little over a year and a half ago, and it's by far, other than my family, it's by far the best decision I ever made in my life. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when I joined, I didn't know it was gonna be this good. So when you see the presentation, make no mistake about it, the actual program is 10 times better than the presentation. So hold on to your seats. Our company's name is Travorium. That stands for Travel Emporium. We are a VIP invitation-only travel club. The only way you can get a membership, you gotta be invited in. So whoever invited you, love or like you enough to be able to do so. We help people travel more, travel better, and travel for less. We're what we call a better life company. Now, just a little bit about our company. We've been around over 13 years now. The company is completely debt-free. We operate now in 71 countries worldwide. And because of that, we have 3 offices on 3 different continents. We have our headquarters in Temecula, California, and then we have an office in Madrid, Spain, and another one in Almaty, Kazakhstan. All right. Now, today, we're going to share with you all things travel, but make no mistake about it, this membership is much more than travel. All right. You can get discounts at NFL games, NBA games. You can get them at concerts. I got a buddy save $800 on concert tickets for him and his wife. You can get movie tickets. You can even get the popcorn and soda at a discount, which we all need because that stuff's so expensive. Computers at wholesale. I mean, just anything you could purchase, food credits and all that, you can get through it. But we're not going to spend 2-3 hours to go all through the membership. We're going to stick to travel. And I'm going to tell you, these prices are going to look too good to be true, but they're real and they're amazing. All right. Now, as a travel club member, we have 3 levels of membership. I'm going to focus on what's called the Platinum membership. That's the one that has the most perks and most benefits and gets the most savings. And it's actually what over 90% of our members are in the 71 countries that we operate in. Now, as a Platinum member, you're going to get 2 vacations on the base. That's not how many trips you can take. I have a friend that went on over 30 trips last year. Me and my wife, we went from 2 vacations a year to 2 vacations a month. So you can wear this thing out. But the 2 trips that you're going to get is when you see these rock bottom prices, and as I cover them, you'll know what I'm talking about. But we also earn travel points. You can use those points right away. You can literally join right now, use the points right now, right? Or you can let them accumulate and drive your vacations down even further. Then we also have a booking engine where you book at the wholesale rate. And I'm going to tell you guys this. When you see the markup on travel, it's going to actually blow your mind, all right? Then totally optional is, if you want to make some money. But I always tell everybody that's not really optional, and the reason why is because the company is going to pay you for something you're going to do anyway. So as long as you're not allergic to money, you might as well go ahead and take that check. All right? So, guys, and I'm going to tell you this, they pay out an awful lot. All right. So you're going to see that as well. All right. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's start with platform 1. This is our travel site. This is like going to Expedia, Orbitz, Travelocity, Booking.com. Now, the difference is our company does not mark up the travel at all. So you're going to see wholesale rates from us. Now, when you go to those other sites, they make all their profit by marking the stays up, right? So when you see our price, just think that's what they are paying. And then the retail rate that you're going to see is what they mark it up to and make their profit. And guys, the profit is huge. Okay. Now, what you're going to see is side by side real live trips that members have taken. All right. So it's going to blow your mind. Let's get right to it. All right. So this is the Churchill Suites Monte Carlo in Miami Beach. This is a 9-night stay, same room, same date, same everything. At checkout on our website, $2,326.90. On Expedia, for the same exact room, same exact dates, $44.63.84. Ladies and gentlemen, that's over a $2,000 savings. I don't know about you, right? But I could do something else with that $2,000 other than give it to Expedia, all right? Then we got, this is a 1-night stay at the Harrah's Hotel. And again, guys, all right? I know this looks crazy, but it's not a typo. This is a real screenshot. $293 for that 1 night on Expedia and $15.46. See, here's the deal, guys. Expedia pays the same exact rate we do, $15.46. But they mark it up to that $293, and that's how they make all their profit. And I'm going to tell you, this blew me away. Do you know Expedia makes over $37 million a day? $37 million a day. Imagine the thousands of people paying this insane markup. And I'm going to tell you this, I was one, right? Here's what I used to do. I've been using Expedia for about 30 plus years. I made them rich all by myself, right? But every time I went there and something was expensive, I'll start going to Orbitz, Booking.com, Priceline, all these other websites, right? And it's all a scam, right? Here's the crazy thing. Do you know all these companies are owned by just two companies, right? Matter of fact, a lot of times when you go to another website, it looks exactly the same as the website you're on, like Expedia, but it's just different colors, right? Then you wind up going right back. So you can't even, you don't have any options, right? Until now. See, we didn't have options, guys. We had to pay this crazy markup, but now that we know better, we can do better, all right? And I'll never go back to those websites again. Last one I want to show you, all right? This is the Fairmont Grand Del Mar in beautiful San Diego, California. As you can see, $1923.92. At checkout on our website, and over $3,000 more on Expedia, Orbitz, Travelocity, Booking.com. All right, guys, that's some people's mortgage payment. Heck, some people it's two of their mortgage payments. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is platform one. All right. The other cool thing about our booking engine is we get 3% cash back. Now, on our website, you can book everything you can on those sites. You can book all the major cruise lines, all the major airlines. I mean, we even have more cruise lines because we not only have cruises, but we have boats and we have yachts, right? And then we got homes, we got mansions, rental cars, and I'm going to tell you all this stuff at wholesale rate, guys, all right? Now, here's the cool thing. Let's say you go book a hotel, and let's say 3% cash back is $200. Then you go book a flight, and say that flight's $150. You'll be able to get that flight for free and have $50 left over for your next booking. How cool is that? All right. Let me answer that for you. It's real cool. All right. So, guys, that's platform one. Now, when you see how affordable our memberships are, because even the premium membership is so affordable. Let's say, for example, if this was all you got, just this savings right here. All right. Man, the value is so good. This will be worth it all by itself. But here's the cool thing, y'all. This is the least attractive part of our membership. Who ready to get to the good stuff? All right. Let's get to the good stuff, right? So, guys, let's get to the getaways. Now, what are getaways? Getaways are actually timeshares. Now, we're nothing like a timeshare, but we have access to timeshares. And, guys, our company has a sweet deal with them. So here's how this works. So with the timeshares, our company says, hey, listen, you guys have a lot of vacancies because they do, right? So our company made an agreement with them, and our CEO writes them a big check every year to allow our members, and we have tens of thousands of members, part of our membership, to be able to use this now over 400,000 weeks, all right, that we get access to, all right? What's really cool is we don't pay no mortgage payment. We don't pay no maintenance fees. We ain't got to sign no contract. We ain't got no blackout dates. Y'all with me? Oh, and by the way, I used to own 2 timeshares. So for my timeshare owners, there are no exchange fees. As you know, there are fees over fees over fees when you have a timeshare, right? But guys, how cool is this, right? Now, I want to give you a little heads up, right? That when you see these prices, it's going to blow your mind. Like I said, it's going to look too good to be true. But y'all, we wearing this thing out. All right, so check it out, okay? This is 8 days, 7 nights in Canary Island, Spain. Y'all, this place is beautiful. It's on the beach. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. We're talking about 8 days, 7 nights studio. Now, when you see that retail rate, that $899, that's the discounted rate our company has an agreement with to get at a discount, right? If you go to Expedia and those websites and try to book this, you're going to be spending anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 for that week, all right? Now, here's the cool thing. We get reward points, and we can use those reward points to drive this down all the way to $7. $7, y'all, all right? That's not $7 per person. That's not $7 per night. That's $7 for your whole entire stay, for your whole entire family, all right? Then we got Cabo St. Lucas, 8 days, 7 nights, 1-bedroom suite. We're paying $149. Now you say, okay, Chris, what's this plus tax? Well, unfortunately, Uncle Sam don't take our points, right? So we got to pay that in cash. But guess what that is? About $70 for the whole entire stay, right? Yep, this thing is crazy. Then we got Orlando, Florida, 8 days, 7 nights. This is a 2-bedroom suite. This might sleep 8 people. It's $140 $142 for the whole entire 8 people, y'all. All right, this thing is crazy. How many of us are going to blow $142 this weekend? How many of us blew it today, right? This is money that we blow where we can be on 8 days, 7 nights vacations for our family, all right? Now, here's the cool thing, y'all. Remember I said in the beginning that the real membership is 10 times better than the presentation? So here's where this gets mind-blowing. And I'm going to show you a real screenshot. So I think this company on purpose under-promise and over-deliver, right? Because usually when we see something like this and then we go to book it, we're like looking for it. So here's what happened. When I first joined, I said, okay, I wanted my points to stack up. I kind of understood how that worked. And then one day I decided to log in after about 6 months of being a member. And I said, let me go to these getaways and see if I could find one of these $142 trips, right? Thinking to myself that they are showing the best of the best in the presentation, right? Guys, hold on to your seats. What I'm going to do, I took a screenshot of my search result. And I want you to understand, you're going to get the exact same membership I got. I don't get nothing special just because I'm doing this presentation, all right? So hold on to your seats. Check this out, all right? So remember, this was after I had my membership for about 6 months. So my search, as you can see in the top left-hand corner here, I said, getaways in the United States in the month of June 2025, right? It came up with over 1,000 places to choose from. And all of these are 8 days, 7 night stay for your entire family. And look what the cost is. All right, I'm no mathematician, but I kind of understand what 0.00 means. Yo, I was blown away. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. 0.00. All right, 8 days, 7 nights for my entire family. And y'all, this went on for pages. So the way this works is it knows how many points you have, number one, right? Then it shows you your biggest savings first. So it shows you save 100%, then 99%, 98%, and so forth, right? But this 100% went on for pages, y'all. I was blown away. I mean, look at some of these. Look at this first one. Matter of fact, let's go in the middle. Club Wyndham. Do you know how expensive the Club Wyndham is? If you own this Club Wyndham, you probably spent 50, 60, 70,000, maybe even up to $100,000 cash, and you're paying $200, $300 a month in maintenance fees for the rest of your life. We get to get in and out for 0.00. Now, save up to 100% because it's totally optional if you want to use your points. It's just letting you know you got enough of points available to go there, right? You might do this, right? Because I'm going to tell you this. On Expedia, when you go to do these, because I've done it, right? You do the price comparison. These trips cost thousands of dollars on Expedia. Look, you can't really see it really good, but right where it's crossed out, it says from $715. What that means is if you say, you know what, I don't want to use any of my points, because this is totally optional, right? You can say, I want to use some of my points. I want to use 100 points. I want to use 1,000 points. I don't want to use no points. That's why I said save up to 100% because it's your choice, right? You might say, for less than $100 a night, I'm good, right? I'll pay that because you can't even stay at the Motel 6 for that kind of rate, right? So guys, here's the cool thing. You could save your points for something else. Or you could just say, I'm gonna use half my points and pay $300. Y'all with me? All right. So guys, absolutely incredible. But I don't know about you, but I like getting my passport stamped. I went to the Caribbean, did that same search, and look, y'all, still 0.00. We're looking at the Bahamas, U.S. Virgin Islands, Dominican Republic, St. Kitts, and more, right? And if you're a golfer, we got you covered, okay? Guys, this is in Palm Springs where the rich people play golf, right? You're talking about 8 days, 7 nights on the golf course in gorgeous, beautiful, rich people Palm Springs for $99 for your whole entire family or your whole entire golfing crew, right? Guys, look how beautiful this place is. Now, I don't play golf, right? I'll be Happy Gilmore with an attitude out there, right? But isn't this beautiful? And look, if this is too expensive for you, how about $1 at the Hilton? $1. 8 days, 7 nights, right? Scottsdale, Arizona. That's where the other half of the rich people go, right? Guys, we talking about $1 for the whole entire stay for your whole entire family or your whole entire crew. This thing is great for golfers, girls trips, boys trips, family vacations, whatever it is. Now, what's insane about this, right? Every 6 months, you'll have enough points to be able to go on these 0.00s or this $1 trip or whatever you decide twice a year. That's crazy, right? Because again, when you're looking at the Hilton, when you're looking at the Wyndham, man, these are very high-end, very expensive getaways. And guys, we ain't not paying that. We're paying a buck. As we say, we help people vacation a whole lot more, right? All right, so that's platform two. Once again, the value is insane, right? That at our top level membership, our premium membership, if this was all you got, man, the value is incredible, right? But guess what, y'all? Let's get to the good thing, right? So this thing keeps getting better and better and better. And let's get to this. This is called World Tours, right? That's right, y'all. World Tours. We have over 150 of these to choose from every year. Let me explain to you what these are. These are the company puts together these trips. All of them are based on 2 or more people. So when you see the price, it's not per person, it's not per night, it's per 2 or more people, right? And you'll see, I'm gonna give you a little bit more detail, right? Now, all these places are places we have on our bucket list, right? And then they're also 4 or 5 star better. So now we're able to experience hotels we used to couldn't afford, y'all. Y'all ready for this? I know y'all not really ready, but I'm gonna show you anyway. All right, check this out, y'all. Right, this Venice, Italy. Okay, this is 5 days, breakfast included every day. Oh, by the way, they're curated trips, so a lot of these trips, the company throws in extra stuff, right? So they threw in breakfast every day. They also threw an excursion of the glass factory tour. And guys, here's the cool thing. This is a 5-star hotel. And if you go to breakfast at a 5-star hotel for 2 people, it's usually about $100 a meal every morning. Y'all, the whole trip is only $125 a person. That's crazy, right? Then we got Dubai, right? This is and look, I had Dubai on my bucket list for like 15 years, y'all, but I always said, Chris, you got to have a lot of money to go to Dubai. Not when it's $99 for 2 people, breakfast included every day at a 5-star hotel. All right, we ain't talking about no Motel 6, right? Then we got Montego Bay, Jamaica. I was doing a presentation. I told a young lady what resort this was, and she said, oh, me and my husband went there. I said, well, how much did you guys spend? She said about $4,500 for both of us. I said, well, if you remember with us, you'd have saved almost $4,000. This is an all-inclusive, all your meals, all your drinks, all your liquors included, right? Then look at this, y'all, Las Vegas. This is one of the top resorts in all of Las Vegas, the newest resort there called Resorts World. They done spent $4 billion building it. All the celebrities are going there. This is where all the new concerts are. Y'all, less than $5 a night. This is crazy, right? Hawaii. I'm a Hawaii-aholic. I spent New Year's Eve in Hawaii, me and my wife. And guys, I love Hawaii. It's my favorite place on the planet. But here's the thing. We all hear it all the time. Hawaii is very expensive. If you go and you stay on Waikiki Beach, right? So this is in Honolulu on Waikiki Beach, right? 5-star hotel. If you were to go on site online, you're gonna spend $600 to $800 per night to stay on Waikiki Beach. Y'all, the whole entire trip, $499 for 2 people, breakfast included every day, right? We all know New York's expensive, almost $2,000 trip, we paying $399. Y'all get it, right? We got over 150 of these, and y'all, they keep adding more and more stuff, more exciting places, right? But I'm gonna take y'all into a sneak peek, okay? Again, this is the company slides, and I think they're on purpose, again, under promise and over deliver, all right? Because check this out, y'all. We as members, and same thing for you, when you get your membership, when we go to the World Tour section and we look at these, again, we got just 150 of them this year to choose from. We see kind of what you see. It'll be a little picture with the dates and what's all, just some price and all that. But when you click on it, it gives you details. So we're going to call this Chris's favorites, right? I took the privilege to show you 3 of them in detail. Check them out, all right? Now, this one I'm super excited about because guess what? I am going on this tomorrow. Y'all, all right, Qatar is one of the wealthiest countries on the entire planet, right? And guys, we talking about the Ritz-Carlton. Here's the crazy thing. When I do big presentations from the big crowds, I'll say, hey, whoever stayed at a Ritz-Carlton before? And usually only 1 or 2 people raise their hand. Why? Because the Ritz-Carlton expensive, right? It's a very wealthy hotel. It usually starts at $500 to $1,000 a night, right? Sometimes even more. Guys, this is at the Ritz-Carlton, right? Look at that 4th bullet point. It says awarded as one of the best hotels in the world. Let me ask y'all a question. When you go on vacation, do you want the best experience possible? Yes or yes, right? How about something that's voted as one of the best hotels in the world? Chris Bailey, that's me. I want to know what that feels like. And guess what? I'm going to be able to tell y'all. So look at this, y'all. All right. What's crazy about this is based on 2 adults, but you can add a third adult or 2 children for free. It comes with breakfast and dinner because at the Ritz-Carlton, breakfast definitely going to be over $100 at the Ritz-Carlton, right? And then dinner, oh, you know that's expensive, right? That's like $200 a meal for 2 people. Now, if you add two kids for free, now you're looking at about $600 a day in meals alone covered in this, right? Guys, look at that price, $349 for the whole entire stay, all right, for 4 people. Look, I challenge you right here. I challenge you, I publicly challenge you. Go to your local Motel 6. I bet you're going to pay more to stay there than we're going to stay at the Ritz-Carlton in one of the wealthiest countries in the world with breakfast and dinner included. That's crazy, all right? So, guys, this thing is amazing. Now, this one is insane. This is my #1 bucket list, all right? I'm so super excited because I'm about to go there for free, all right? Oh, yeah, you can get free trips here, too. So, anyway, this is the JW Marriott. When you add the letters JW in front of Marriott, it ain't the regular Marriott, y'all. This is like going to the Ritz-Carlton, the JW Marriott, right? $500, $1,000 a night, sometimes more. Okay, guys, this is where the rich people stay. We are all now rich. Y'all with me? All right? Look, y'all, but we ain't paying rich prices. This is 7 days, 6 nights, JW Marriott. And one of our members, she made a video of the room. It's insane. That deluxe lagoon pool access where you walk out to the back to the pool. Oh my God. Okay, guys, the whole entire trip with breakfast included every day is $29. I spent more than that going to McDonald's by myself one day. All right, guys, this thing is incredible. All right, let's go to this one. This one I'm super excited about. And I'm going to tell you why I'm super excited about it. Because I introduced my sister to this membership, my sister and her husband, and they're getting ready to go on this one. All right. And guys, we used to couldn't afford these trips because I've been looking at the Maldives, Bora Bora, Fiji, all these huts over the water for about 15, 20 years. Every time I seen that 15,000 plus price tag, I'd be like, no, no. Now, here's the crazy thing. So my brother-in-law, he's very particular. So when, you know, he's like me, we're numbers people, right? He took screenshots, got all his proof and all that, and it's in his presentation, right? Because they're getting ready to go on this, I think, next week or something like that, right? And guys, he said, Chris, when you go to Expedia, Orbitz Booking, and all those websites, it doesn't come with none of these bullet points, right? Again, the company threw all this in. We talking about all your water sports, all your activities, right? And here's the crazy thing. This is based on 2 adults, but you can add 2 kids for free. So now you can have a family of 4. It comes with all your meals right there, that 4th bullet point, full board meal included. That means breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. You don't need a penny when you get there. Look at all your activities in water sports, right? But here's where it gets even crazier. Okay. He said, Chris, this is a private island, right? So what you got to do is you got to fly into the main island, and then you got to get transportation from the main island to the private island. He said, because that don't come with Expedia. He said, what you got to do is you got to book that separate. He said the cost for that is over $700 per person round trip. Now think of that. A family of 4, the transportation alone from the main island to the private island will cost you over $2,800. Look at the price of this whole trip. And oh, by the way, this comes with 24/7 butler service. Come on now. All right, y'all, this is the way we're supposed to vacation. And again, we got over 150 of these to choose from. And y'all, each year they keep adding more and more. We probably have over 200 next year, right? So all your bucket list places, all these dream types of things that we all used to dream about, now it's affordable. All right, now let's get into the memberships. We have 3 levels of membership. All of them have a one-time registration fee that you never pay again, and then the monthly fee. Again, we're a subscription, right? We're a club. You pay this little low monthly fee, and you get all these major, insane discounts, right? So silver is $69.95 one time. You never, ever pay that again, $52.50 a month. Now, the silver only gets you access to Platform One. That's the booking engine, right? And what's crazy about that is I just showed you 3 little basic trips. Y'all, one time I did a search for Bora Bora. It was $8,000 savings. I did another one for Cancun, Mexico. It was saved $4,500 on one trip. I ain't even show you that, right? I showed you the little $200 stuff, right? Guys, the savings on those 3 that I showed you, just those 3, would cover this membership for almost 10 years. 10 years, right? The value is insane. If you don't get a membership here, what you telling me is I'd rather pay $3,000 than to pay $300. All right, guys, this is a no-brainer. But nobody ever gets that because everybody want points. Points are king here, right? So the titanium is 149.95 one time. You never pay that again. Comes with everything that comes with silver, but this way you start getting those points, right? What's really cool is, guys, there are no contracts, no commitments. You can cancel at any time, all right? But who would? That'd be the dumbest thing, right? But anyway, platinum. This is the one that everybody does, $269.95 one time, never ever pay that again. You get 270 points, y'all, and points are king, all right? Now, here again, this is a under promise and over deliver, right? Because look at this. It says World Tours save up to 80% off of retail. Y'all, we save way more than 80%. Let me tell you one of the first world tours I went on. I went to Dubai. Y'all, it was a 5-star hotel, breakfast included every day for me and my wife, right? The whole entire stay cost us $7. Like I said, I think they on purposely don't put all the good trips in here, right? $7 for the whole entire stay at a 5-star hotel, breakfast included. That's way more than 80% off. That's more like 99.9% off, right? And then it says getaways up to 80% off right there on the screen, right? Somebody tell me what 0.00 is. That's more like 100% off. Y'all with me? All right. Again, this thing the real product is 10 times better than the presentation. But here's the thing, guys. I'm a numbers guy. When I got this membership, I tore it apart, right? But it blew me away because here's what they do. Every time you make your monthly payment of $135, they give you 270 points. Every 2 points equal $1. And you can use 100% of your points towards your vacations, either the getaways or the world tours, right? Now, here's the crazy thing. That means that you're not even paying for this membership. If they're giving you all the money back as credits to use towards your vacations of something they're getting at wholesale, this is crazy, right? Told you it's going to look too good to be true. Let me break it down even further. If you've been a member for 2 months, you pay $270 into the membership. You go to book a world tour or a getaway, you'll be able to knock $270 off of that price by applying your 540 points. Come on, y'all. And you're getting all those at wholesale, okay? Guys, this is the biggest no-brainer I've ever seen in my life, but guess what? It gets way better, all right? And I know that's hard to say, but check this out. We got a referral program that if you refer just 3 people, just 3, to get the same level you get or higher, you no longer pay yours. How many people do you know would love to go to, the Maldives for less than $3,000? Everybody we know. All right. How many people you know would love to be at the JW Marriott in Thailand, 7 days, 6 nights for $29? Everybody we know. How many people do you know would love to be at Las Vegas at Resorts World, right, for 4 nights for $19? Everybody we know. All right. So, guys, when we talk about 3, right, and I want you to understand this. The person who invited you, they either love you or like you a whole heck of a lot, all right? Because we're sharing this with everybody. Because I'm going to tell you this. I got the membership. My wife got the membership. She got her 3 right away. She never paid for hers. I never paid for mine. Both our sons, our daughters, both daughters got it. Both my sisters, both their spouses, kids, everything, right? And the cool thing is, none of us pay the membership, y'all. We got 3 for everybody. We like Oprah Winfrey. 3 for you, 3 for you, 3 for you. The only one that pays is my oldest sister. She said, Chris, I ain't telling nobody. But what's crazy is she used it for her, what do you call that, after you get married, right? The honeymoon, right? She used it for her honeymoon. The first trip she took, and she's gladly paying the $135. The first trip she took covered her membership for over 2 years, the savings. That's crazy, all right? But guys, here's where it gets better. It's not refer 3, you're free. It's refer 3, the company gonna pay you. And y'all, they pay us a heck of a lot of money. Look, let me tell y'all something. When I got started, all I wanted was the membership. So I referred my 4 people. I always teach everybody to do that because it's based on 3 active members. I'm going to cover that on the next slide. But I referred 4 people. I turned my back on it. I was letting my points accumulate. I just didn't want to pay it, right? I told my boy, I'm not working this to make money. I just want, I want my membership fees waived. Plus, I want to share this with my family so that they can go on these vacations too, right? So all my, like I said, we all got it, right? But here's the crazy thing, y'all. I wasn't even trying and money started hitting my bank account. Now today, right? So I got my membership a little over a year and a half ago, right? And about 15 to 16 months ago, I logged in one day and I saw $500 sitting in my account. And I was like, how in the heck do I got $500? All I did was sign up 4 people so that I wouldn't have to pay for it, right? I had to call my boy. He said, Chris, the reason why you're doing that is because the company is paying you for everybody you share and the people they shared it with. And here's what everybody did. Everybody just did their 3 so that they get the fees waived. I was like, are you kidding me? Right? Man, that's when my light bulb went on. But I'm gonna tell you this. This is how this works. So you pick the membership you want. Everybody does platinum, $269.95 one time. You never ever pay that again. You add $99.95 to it, and that's what you pay at checkout. Less than $370, y'all. Right? This is bus fare, right? Now, I'm going to tell you why this is a no-brainer for 2 reasons. The first one is this is how you get rid of the $135 payment. But the second part is the most important part. You get all the tax write-offs, okay? Guys, everybody need tax breaks, right? We hear about it all the time. Wealthy people, rich people, business people pay little to nothing in taxes, but regular people paying all this money and making Uncle Sam rich, right? But here's how this works, guys. This is where your mindset got to shift. I've been an entrepreneur full time for over 20 years. I had to change my circle from my broke friends network to successful people. And one thing I learned from successful people, they pay little to nothing in taxes. See, they look at things different, right? See, us average people will be like, oh man, it's a $135 payment. Rich people, no, they say this is a $135 investment because the average person saves over $500 a month in taxes. That's $6,000 a year. So if you got back $2,000 last year, if you had this, you probably would have got back 8. All right, guys, this is crazy. Okay, but this is no brainer. But hold on, I'm gonna show y'all this money. Y'all, this money is insane. Now, I want you to understand we're in on the ground floor of something very important, right? This appeals to everybody. My 4-year-old grandbaby loves to travel, right? So, guys, here's what I want you to understand. With this amazing program, right, you can make a little side hustle money, you can make some full-time income, or you can make life-changing income, right? So again, in just a little over a year, I'm already making 6 figures, right? And nobody's heard of it, right? But there are no caps and no limits to the amount of money. Let me show you this, okay? Now, what I want you to think of as I'm showing you this is how simple it is, number one. And then number 2, what could you do with this side hustle income? All right, that you're not killing yourself for. All you're doing is going on 2 or more 5-star vacations every single year. Man, it's a no-brainer. So this is how this works. Every time you introduce someone, let's say, for example, you just introduced 3 right there, right? When you get your 3rd person, the very next morning, you're going to wake up with $4.45 in your account. You're going to get that every day, all right? Now, no, you're not going to get rich, but here's what's going to happen. You're going to get your membership fees waived. They're actually going to pull it from your commissions and you keep the change. All right. What I like about that is even though it never came out of our pocket, we get to write it off on our taxes. Right. But here's where it gets better. You're still going to get 270 points every single month. So now you shared it with someone. You're helping them go to places like the Ritz-Carlton, like the JW Marriott, right? All these super high-end hotels, go on resorts for 8 days, 7 nights for $1 or $0.00, right? Can't we all agree you're helping people when you introduce this to them, right? You're giving them a lifestyle they used to couldn't afford, right? For basically the cost of a cell phone bill, right? Now, here's the cool thing. I always tell people it's not 3 a month, it's not 3 a year, it's 3 one time. As long as you have 3 active members, you no longer pay yours. You're getting the 270 points every month, and you're getting these wholesale rates. That's crazy, right? Now, I always recommend you do what I do. I did 4 people, and the reason why is because it's based on 3 active members. So we know right now times are tough for some people. Some people are losing their jobs. They may have to freeze or cancel their membership. If that happens, you're going to get hit with a $135 bill, and ain't nobody trying to pay this, right? So we want you to not have to worry about that. So I call it 3 plus 1. Get an extra person just in case. Now, what's really cool is the company's going to pay you a $50 upfront bonus every time you refer someone to get a platinum member. So you just referred 4 people. You just made $200. You're getting $4.45 a day. You're getting 270 points every single month. You're going on 2 5-star vacations every year just from doing that, right? But here's where it gets better, y'all, right? See, the person that invited you, they're not doing the presentation, are they? And we'd never tell you to do the presentation. You can do it if you want to. I just choose to do it, right? But let's say, for example, you get started today, and I know this thing is so super excited. What we all do, when we see this, we go running our mouth, right? Oh man, you got to see this, man. My boy Chris went to Dubai for $7. Nope, we don't. We teach you exactly what to say. All right. We don't want you to ever explain this. We want to teach you how to invite someone to take a look at this just the way you were invited today. Right? See, the person invited you, they didn't do the presentation. They didn't explain it to you. They just invited you to a Zoom. All right. So we're going to teach you the same thing. And then when you get your 4, right, guess what we're going to do? Because we don't want nobody to pay this membership. We don't want you to pay it. Right. When you get your 4, we're going to help them get their 3. Right. When that happens, you're a 1-star director. You're making $500. Not one time. You're making $500 every single month, y'all. This is how rich people get paid. Rich people don't clock into no job. The money stops when they clock out. Nope, they get paid when they sleep. That's how we get paid, y'all. Check it out. So this is how this really works. When you refer those 4 people and they refer 3, you're getting paid from everything that, every month when they pay their membership, you're getting a cut. Oh, and it's a nice size cut, right? And that goes to infinity. So when those people tell their friends and those people and those people and those people, and all we do is keep helping everybody get their membership fees, right? It goes to infinity. There are no caps and no limits. 1 million people join, you're getting paid on all of them, right? Now, let me show you how simple this is. Remember I said, think of the simplicity. So when you're a 1-star director, we're going to take the new people, help them get their 3, you become a 2-star director, right? 2-star director, you get this beautiful diamond Super Bowl ring, right? You're making about $2,000 a month. But here's the very important part. The position becomes willable now, right? Something happens to you when you're a 2-star and above, that monthly money you're getting, it goes to your family. So instead of leaving them with bills, you're leaving them with a legacy. Crazy story. There's a lady named Coach D down in Memphis, Tennessee. Her husband unfortunately passed away, may he rest in peace, when he was a 2-star director, okay? He was making about $2,000 a month. Do you know that position continues to grow? Everybody keeps getting their 3, and we're part of that too, right? It's over $20,000 a month now. That's going to his grandkids. Who want to leave their family like that? I know I do. Right? So guys, it gets better. So now we're a 2-star, making $2,000 a month. We take the new people, not the people that already got their 3, just the new people, help them get their 3. You're a 3-star director pulling in about $3,000. Now there's going to be a lot of people like me. I signed up over 40 people, right? So my sponsor gets paid on all of them, right? So guys, you get it, right? Help the new people get their 3. You're a 4-star, all right? Help those new people get their 3. Now you're an ambassador, all right? Guys, this thing is insane. It's just a whole lot of people all doing a little bit each, right? So now I am an ambassador. Every morning I wake up to $140 in my account. Same thing is going to happen for you, right? When you hit ambassador, because we got a bunch of people hit ambassador. Matter of fact, one of my friends just hit it, I think yesterday or the day before, right? So guys, we're churning out ambassadors, right? And we only been working this thing a little over a year, y'all. I can't even imagine where we're going to be in 2 to 5 years because nobody heard of us yet. I want you to understand where you sit, right? Now, at Ambassador, the whole game changes, right? You're going to wake up to $140 a day. That's over $4,000 a month if nothing else happens. But guess what? Something else going to happen. They add you to what's called the global bonus pools. What that is when every member joins this company, in every country, we're in 71 countries. When every single member joined, whether they're in Japan, whether they're in Korea, whether they're in UK, you had nothing to do with them. You don't know them. You'll never meet them. Your cash register goes off up, right? You're getting paid when every new person joins this company, y'all. It's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen in my life, right? So that takes you to a 6-figure income. How cool is that, all right? But it gets even cooler. They also give you 2 more all-expense-paid vacations. On your first one, they take you on a private VIP shopping spree at Louis Vuitton, where they shut down the whole store and they open it up just for our company, right? And they say, y'all, it'd be lines outside where people been waiting for an hour, and they look and they see all of us walking in like, who are they? Woo, baby, we great go, all right? But isn't that crazy, y'all? So now me and my wife, we get like 6 vacations a year that we don't even pay for. And these 2 come with flights too, and they pay for your meals and everything, right? Guys, this thing is insane. So I am an ambassador, 6-figure income, few of my friends ambassadors. My buddy who turned me on to it, his name is Harlan. Harlan got a full-time job, but with his little side hustle, right? He going on all these vacations now, but he's a 1-star ambassador pulling in over $160,000 a year with this little thing, right? What's crazy about that is because of our tax write-offs, you keep way more of your money. So if you had a day job, this would be equivalent to you making over $200,000 a year, right? What's really sexy about all this, y'all, we only sit at these for a few months, right? So I'm on my way to 1 star. He's on his way to 2 star. And we got a bunch of other friends doing this, y'all. But there's no caps, no limits. There are positions way higher than this, guys. We already got people making 7 figures a year, over $1 million a year with this company, y'all, and nobody's heard of us. So we started something called Project 500. Project 500 is we're going to help 500 people to hit ambassador over the course of the next 5 years. You just got to decide if you want to be one of them, right? Everybody don't want to make the big money, but if you do, we're going to help you, okay? Now, here's the cool thing, y'all, as I wrap this up. I really want you to understand where you sit, right? I call it the subscription era. We live in a subscription era right now. Everything's going subscription-based, right? We got Uber, we got Lyft, we got Paramount Plus, we got HBO Max. There are hundreds of subscriptions out there. Netflix was the one that started it, right? Let's rewind. 30 years ago, we used to be in Blockbuster. We used to pay like $10 a movie. Rainy weekend, we get 5 movies, drop $50, right? Then we had to come back in that rain to avoid them late fees. Y'all know I think they used to make over $1 billion a year in late fees, right? So guys, here's the crazy thing. Netflix came out with the model, said, look, instead of you paying $10 a movie, pay us $6.99 a month and you can watch all the movies you want. See, Netflix said, we're not going to make any money on the movies. We're going to make all of the money from the membership. They got over 300 million subscribers. Y'all with me? All right, stay with me now. Amazon came out and did the same thing with shipping. Remember we used to pay a lot for shipping? Amazon say, nope, all right, pay us $12 a month and you can get all the shipping you want. I order dumb stuff. Stuff I used to go to CVS for, I order it because it arrives the next day, right? But guys, here's the crazy thing. Amazon got over 220 million subscribers worldwide. Our company don't even got 100,000 yet, right? So we're in on the ground floor, but here's how big this is. I really want you to understand where you sit, right? See, if you take the movie industry, Netflix, and you take the shipping industry, combine those two, multiply it by 10, it don't even come close to the travel industry. The travel industry is the #1 industry in the world, y'all, right? But here's the sexy part for all of us, me and you, all right? We're in on the ground floor. Nobody's heard of it, and we're the first to do it in travel, the subscription-based, the way we're doing it. We're the first ones, right? We're Netflix, okay? Guys, but here's the crazy thing. Expedia makes over $37 million a day. And if you say, oh, Chris, well, I use Booking.com, they make almost twice that. They make well over $50 million a day, y'all. All right? All we need is a tiny, tiny share of this market to create generational wealth for our families. What's crazy is we got 6 and 7 figure earners, about 50, 60 of us, right, that are making that kind of money, and nobody heard of it yet. When this thing becomes a household name, we'll all have the possibility of being wealthy beyond our dreams. And here's your worst case scenario. You're going on 2 5-star vacations every single year that you used to maybe couldn't afford. I don't know about you, but I used to never pay for no Ritz-Carlton and no JW Marriott and all the other high-end resources they have. So what I've done is I just wanted to close and put together these 7 bullet points. Each one of them by themselves, it makes this thing a no-brainer. But if you take all 7 of them and you walk away from this, you clearly didn't get something. Or I clearly didn't do my job, right? Because the first bullet point, if you told me for the price of a cell phone bill, $135 a month, that my family could go on 2 vacations for 8 days, 7 nights for 0.00, I would do that all day and twice on Sunday, all right? But when you tell me I can write it off on my taxes and I could tell 3 people and not pay for it, that's crazy, right? But here's where it gets even better. 70% of America lives paycheck to paycheck. Here's the, let's just call it what it is. I'm not saying it's you, right? But most people don't have enough money to retire. And here's the sad thing, right? And there's, studies on this, that millions of people, when they retire, guess what they got to do? Get another job. Because when you retire, you're making less than what you were making when you were living paycheck to paycheck. See, the #1 reason people don't get started because they ain't got the little $300-something. And I tell you, if you've been working for 20, 30 years and you ain't got $300, you need to sign up twice, right? Because you need to work this, right? And like I said, your work is going on vacations and posting on social media. Because guess what, y'all? I'm going to flood my social media this week because tomorrow I'm flying business class with the lay-down joints, unlimited champagne. When I get to this best hotel in the world, come on, man, I'm all over. I guarantee you I come back, I'm going to have like 10 signups next week. Guys, the income is unlimited. We're going to create generational wealth with or without you. All right. You're going to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We are going to help you. We're going to hold your hands because we want everybody to win. All right. Go to your boss and ask him if he wants you to move up past him. All right. They're going to tell you no. All right. So real quick, guys, we're going to open up for Q&A. Okay. But before we do, I want to get a couple of testimonials, right? So you're not just hearing just from me, right? So we got some rock stars on the line. All right, I see we got Miss Dr. Phyllis Terry. Dr. Phyllis Terry, are you available to unmute?
Hello, Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. All right, Dr. Phyllis Terry, I got a question. What do you
You did an extraordinary job. Great presentation.
Thank you so very much. Oh, I might hug you over the next week. So, Dr. Phyllis, what do you do for a living?
Well, one of the biggest things I do is to be able to go to the Ritz-Carlton. That's what I'm going to do for a living tomorrow.
So we're going on this trip together, y'all. Right? And that's the beautiful thing about this, guys, is sometimes there are groups of us that do trips. We got a big trip we're doing together in December as well. So, you know, it's a small group of us going to this Ritz-Carlton. Mm-hmm. Dr. Phyllis Terry is one. Dr. Phyllis Terry, what level are you with our company?
I am a one-star ambassador.
One-star ambassador. Every morning, Dr. Phyllis wakes up to $225 in her account on the base. That's almost $7,000 a month, y'all, before she starts making all this other money, right? Dr. Phyllis, I need your money, honey. But anyways, Dr. Phyllis, all right. Oh, I know you went on that Thailand trip, and I saw your video, man. That thing was super amazing. I cannot wait to go. And I know me and you are going to Thailand for free this year, right? So I can't wait to hang out with you on that because I know you know the lay of the land since I saw you do the video when you went before. Thailand's my #1 bucket list, so I'm so excited to be hanging out with cool people like you.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Phyllis, I appreciate you. I love you to life. All right, see you at the beach, banking both. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you in Qatar.
Oh yeah, in Qatar. All right, all right. I was gonna bring up Alicia, but I know she's getting her hair done and she's hanging out. So again, we're getting ready to go tomorrow. So, but we just sharing the excitement, and it's kind of crazy because we are like, this is the best thing that happened to us, and we're so super excited about it. So. All right, so now I want to open up for Q&A. If any guests have any questions whatsoever, no question is a dumb question. We want to help you. We want to help you make a wise decision, get started, and help you to be able to travel like us. And if you're looking to make some serious income, just let the person know, say, hey, listen, I want to make the big bucks, right? And we're going to put together the program to help you do that, all right? So with that being said, any questions whatsoever, no question is a dumb question, just hit on mute and you can ask your question, all right? If for some reason, all right, let me just check the chat, see if any questions popped up there. All right. Garland said this membership is absolutely insane. It sure is. Okay. All right. Let's see. Maldives, here we come. Oh, Qatar. All right. So y'all, we be traveling. All right. Like I said, me and my wife, we went from 2 vacations a year to 2 a month. We just got back from Fort Lauderdale about a week and a half ago. A couple of days before that, we was in DC. A couple of days before that, we went to Las Vegas. And tomorrow we go to Qatar. All right, so guys, I'm telling you, this thing is a dream come true. No questions? All right, so let me give you the game plan. All right, what you want to do exactly what I did. As soon as I saw it, the first thing I did was my friend that sent it to me, I sent him a text. Send me your link. I want to register right away. And the reason why you want to do it right away is 2 reasons. The first one is you want those points to start, right? So when it's time to travel, you want to have those points already booked up. So that's the critical part. The other part is very important, and that's this, that the person that invited you, they're talking to other people, right? So remember I said you put 2 on your left team, 2 on your right team? Well, what happens is when they sign up another person or another person, those persons go under the people on the left and right. So if you're one of those people, what happens is you'll start seeing people show up under you. And guess what happens, y'all? You get to get paid on them to infinity. So, for example, if you signed up 10 days, 10 seconds, 10 minutes before I did, all right, you'd have a team of over 500 people from me alone. You don't know me, right, but you'll be cashing that check, okay? So, guys, but here's the cool thing. That 500 is right now. Next year at this time, it's going to be 5,000. The year after that, it's going to be 50,000. Y'all with me? We're going to grow and we're going to grow. Because the last travel club I was in had 5 million members, and it wasn't nowhere near as good as this. All right. So with that being said, get started. The second thing that's going to happen is we're going to send you a short video that teaches you exactly how to invite people to the next Zoom, right? When is the next Zoom? We do them 7 days a week, baby, all right? We're going to give you all the tools you need to be super successful. You're going to be in business for yourself but not by yourself. We'll assign a top leader to work with every single person. So once you get started, you'll get all the assistance that you need, all right? So with that being said, thank you all for joining me, right? On this last second presentation I decided to do this morning, right? So I woke up and it was on my heart to really pour into everybody before I go on this trip. I wanted y'all to feel the excitement that I have because that's how this thing is just changing all our lives, all right? So with that being said, I love you to life. I'll see you at the beach. I'll see you at the bank, or I'll see you at both, all right? God bless. Bye-bye now.